treasures of the water go far beyond the seas and oceans. Freshwater fish from the high mountain streams, fast-flowing rivers and lakes are full of flavour. And there are so many variations, from trout and salmon to Murray cod and barramundi, eels from the cool waters of Tasmania and southern Australia, and of course freshwater crayfish. Welcome to Food Safari Water. In this episode of Food Safari Water, cold smoked eels in a delicious sandwich and the rich deliciousness of Japanese grilled eel. The secrets of smoking mountain trout, Murray cod cooked over the coals Vietnamese style.
The sauce is great.
Yeah. And red claw yabbies in Peter Gilmore's signature dish. Freshwater fish have a whole new spectrum of flavour and texture. Devotees talk about a more subtle taste and sweetness than their saltwater cousins, and chefs love the whole new worlds of possibility. One of the most unique freshwater creatures starts and ends its life in the saltwater of the ocean. Eels are adored in Europe, Korea and Japan, and the tradition of catching eels goes back many thousands of years. Autumn is eel season in Tasmania's Huon Valley. In the misty morning, local crayfisherman Kane Edel takes his friend chef Masaki Koyama to check the traps they've laid the night before. Eel has been on the menu in Japan for 5,000 years, and Masaki remembers eating them with his father in their village in Wakayama Prefecture.
My father was catching eel usually once a year. Some of them really big.
Really?
Like this size.
So, Kane, this is one of your favourite spots, is it?
Yep. We take a lot of our eels out of here, probably 70%. It's just beautiful quality meat because they're in running water.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, moment of truth.
Moment of truth.
Whoa!
Into there. We generally take from 800 grams up. Probably that one there, for instance. He's undersized for our market, so
Whoa,
we'll slip
okay.
him back in.
Usually I go like that. Oh, this is good size actually.
That's perfect size for you.
Yep.
I've read that they're the pork belly of the water.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's very fatty. Yeah, the skin is very similar.
And so when you look here, you see delicious lunch.
That's right.
Pick him up.
Yep.
Masaki. Lovely.
Yep.
These now, we put them in tanks for about 48 hours so they purge. They'll spit out any frogs or fish, and then they go into bags with oxygen and boxed up and on the aeroplane and over to the mainland. So.
Ah. But some stay with Masaki.
That's right. Just cream. Then just slowly.
With 28 years in the kitchen behind him, Masaki quickly removes the backbone.
And then you use these bones to
That's
roast and make your sauce.
That's right.
And prepares the eel for grilling by pouring hot water over the skin.
Ooh, you can see it moving.
That's right. Takes off the slimy bit from the skin. See, you can see this coming off.
Oh, and they were very slimy, weren't they?
Yes, that's right. Okay. So we cut them into the small pieces and we steam them in a pressure cooker to make the skin nice and soft.
Okay.
Yep. So cook from the meat side.
So this skin does not look very pretty, but it will taste great, won't
That's
it?
right. That's right. At the moment, just a mushy texture, but once it's cooked, nice and crispy, just nice.
The secret to deliciousness is a basting sauce made by cooking mirin and sake over a medium fire, adding sugar, grilled eel bones and Japanese soy sauce, and simmering for 30 minutes until it's rich and syrupy.
Okay, so now time to put some sauce on the other side. 3 or 4 times do that.
So 3 or 4 times on the meat side.
Yep. And then after that, skin. Because if you cook too much, skin becomes too hard. Yep.
Now the skin.
Yep.
Now, how can you tell when it's done?
You can tell. Without burning, you want to nice and caramelized. Okay. I'll put some pickle, nice and refreshing taste. And then a little bit of spring onion. It's a very thin omelette. Keep the dish in very nice color. Then a little bit of cucumber.
Wow. Masaki, that's like a magic trick. I've seen a lot of chopping, but that is exceptional.
Been practicing maybe 28 years.
Congratulations,
Getting
you're
better.
there.
Sansho.
You know, it's got a lemony eucalyptus smell.
Yeah, that's right.
Even though it's a Japanese pepper, I love
Very
that.
pungent.
And I love the smack that you give it to wake it up.
That's right. And then drizzle with the sauce.
That's beautiful, isn't it? It's rich and it's deep in flavour. And the sauce is heaven. You can see why you love this so much, Masaki.
Like many species of fish, wild eels have their own unique flavour and texture. But farming eels delivers a higher fat content and more uniform product. At a farm in central Tasmania, eels netted in the wild are fattened, ready for market. And one of the chefs keenest to use them is the founder of the Agrarian Kitchen School, Rodney Dunn. In 2017, he opened the Agrarian Eatery in the former mental hospital at New Norfolk. Eels are on the menu as one of the unique tastes of Tasmania and for their sheer deliciousness.
I love to use something that's a little bit different, and eels are one of those things which, prepared well, are amazing. It smokes well, it's moist at the end, and the flavour is like bacon. But a lot of people get a little bit turned off by them.
Well, they're really slimy, aren't they?
They're incredibly slimy, and the process that we put them through, I think, even makes them slimier. So 10% brine is what we do, and that process is a couple of days of brining.
Show me the slime factor on an eel that you haven't unslimed
very
yet.
high
Oh my
slime factor.
God. Whoa. That's like a horror movie.
It is, and you can see very simply why people tend to shy away from them.
So here lies hidden deliciousness with a lovely tail point.
That's
Just-
right.
Yeah.
Yes, they style beautifully.
So now you're drying and hanging.
The easiest way is to put a hole in them and put a loop of string and then thread them onto sticks. And we smoke the bones as well.
Dark goodness in there, Rodney Dunn.
Yes. The reason behind cold smoking is preservation by drying, and also the smoke particles are antibacterial.
Strange wind chimes. They look better in 2 days, won't they?
They will, infinitely better. Here we have some that have been in for a couple of days.
Fantastic. Gee, they're a beautiful golden colour. Quite a lot of oil there, isn't
Quite a lot of oils, a beautiful gloss there. This can now hang in your kitchen or in your pantry, your cellar, until you're ready to use them. Now, we leave the skin on when we cook it because in under that skin is a beautiful layer of fat, and that's going to help sort of render it and go nice and crisp and develop that real bacony flavour.
For a sensational smoked eel sandwich, Rodney toasts slices of potato and lard bread alongside the eels, whipping up a mayonnaise using egg yolks, lemon juice, salt and slowly drizzled olive and canola oils.
All right, that will do.
Beautiful.
Our wasabi, I've given it a scrub.
Adding the fresh bite of Tasmanian wasabi pureed on a special grater.
This I picked up in Japan probably 15 years ago.
It's a shark skin wasabi grater.
Yes, it is, and this is the traditional way to grate wasabi. So we've got our beautiful toasted bread, our wasabi mayonnaise, and you want to be generous with this.
Salad that minuses all calories.
That's right, and then the star of the show.
Beautiful golden eel. Nothing else required. Oh, perfection.
After you, mate.
Thank you. And eel sambo. That's great. It's as satisfying and delicious as bacon. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Trout are one of the best-known freshwater fish in Australia. Both rainbow trout and brown trout introduced in colonial times to our rivers and streams. Chef Anthony Simone grew up in the Alpine region of Victoria and spent summers catching trout with his friends, later cooking their catch on the riverbank. Anthony grew up in a restaurant family, training and cooking with his parents Patricia and George at the adored Simone's of Bright before moving to Melbourne.
Everyone loves eating fish and they love eating seafood. But when you come to inland Australia, you don't want to be serving people calamari and snapper.
No.
So you go straight towards the freshwater fish, the trouts, freshwater salmon, and in certain times of the year, fresh salmon roe. You bring all these things together and, you know, then you pull what you can from nature. If you're putting flavours from Australia, which is like eucalyptus leaves, or flavours like fennel, because Italians started living here 60, 80 years ago, and you've
Well,
got
your
wild
family,
fennel.
yeah.
Well, that's it, my family as well. So you've got wild fennel growing everywhere.
So the colour of that flesh is
It's
a
gorgeous,
real
isn't it?
testament to clean living, clean water.
That's it. No, absolutely. We're really going to bone this because we're not going to pin bone it. We're not going to worry about scissors. We're going to have our fishing knife. We're just going to pop out the
Gee,
main
you've
bone.
done that before, Anthony.
Oh my God, for too many years. Now we're going to get some of this lemon, use some of these fennel tips because these are great aniseed flavour. Going to give it a light seasoning. I picked these beautiful mushrooms this morning, right? I'm going to open the gills up. I'm going to take all the flesh from the outside away. We're just going to put a little bit of that in there as well. And that won't cook 100%, but it will impart a little bit of that earthy flavour. And so we're ready to rock and roll. So we're going to fold this one up. And now we're going to wrap it in some baking paper just to shield it from the smoke because we don't want it to over-penetrate it. We've got to make a little parcel to hold all our smoking chips. Just some simple hickory smoking chips. We're going to use a tiny bit of eucalyptus.
And eucalyptus really does give you a beautifully perfumed smoke, Anthony.
Beautiful perfume smoke because it's so oily. So a little hole in the top of the parcel. All right, so we're going to put our smoking little parcel at the base, wire rack there, trout in. We're going to get a little bit of water from the river, put a little bit of water in the bottom just to soften the heat as it starts up. So I'm going to leave the lid off for a little bit as it starts up.
Oh, you've got a good amount of smoke now.
Yeah, she's coming up beautifully. So now we're going to cover her up, and that's it. We'll leave it for about a minute or two.
Fantastic.
All right. So let's have a look at how it's going.
Woo!
She's perfect. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop the heat.
Woo!
I'm so glad I dropped the heat. We caught it just in time. A little bit of water. Just to finish cooking that trout right to the centre. Looks perfect. Just double checking. The last thing I wanted to do is it had not been cooked. Pop it over here. So you see how that paper has protected it all?
Gee, that smells wonderful.
It does, doesn't it? And so we've got a treat for you today. I've got nonnos oil from Italy.
Oh, no.
Well, he sends us a couple of tins every year. It's beautiful green oil.
So this is Umbrian oil.
Umbrian oil. Put a tiny bit of balsamic to add a little bit more sweetness to it and make it a tiny bit sharper with some salt. That's my
beautiful.
favourite bit.
Ah.
It's guaranteed.
Thank you.
It's yum, isn't it?
That lemon gives it so much flavour too.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful fish.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure, Maeve. My pleasure, absolutely.
Amongst the 700,000 freshwater courses in Australia, the greatest is the Murray-Darling catchment, home to Australia's largest freshwater fish, the Murray cod. A fish prized for its high fat content, its juicy richness when cooked, its flesh brilliant white. So popular it was almost fished to extinction, but now being farmed successfully, a fish adored by home cooks and chefs, including Vietnamese chef Jerry Mai, who loves to grill it at her popular Anam restaurant bar in the heart of Melbourne's Chinatown, showcasing her take on the fresh, clean flavours of her homeland, especially those cooked over charcoal.
I love this fish because when we grill it, the skin's really crispy, and you know when you
chicken skin
yeah,
almost.
yeah, you can eat it as it is. But all Vietnamese backyard barbecues, you sit out there. It's all about noodles, abundance of herbs, veggies, and then you just wrap it in a rice paper roll. Master the skill of wrapping a rice paper roll, you're set.
Great.
But if you don't, you go hungry.
No, you don't. You can still eat the fish. You can still eat the fish.
So how we do it here at the restaurant, we keep the fish as a whole, and all we do is we take the bone in the middle out.
So essentially butterflying it.
Exactly. Lightly spray it with oil, and this is the beautiful chili salt that comes from my mum's hometown in Vietnam. Really hot chilies, garlic, and some just really nice sea salt.
So a really good amount of oil.
Yes, because we don't want it to stick to the grill. And always skin side down first. And then we just let that cook, sizzling from the salt, sizzling from the skin as it's crisping up. It only takes about 10-ish minutes to cook through the fish, and then we just finish it really quickly on the flesh side. And so the fish has had really nice crispiness to it. So that's ready now. We've had a few minutes on the meat side down. Spring onion, doused in a little bit of hot oil. It just releases the flavour of the spring onion.
Yeah, really sweet, really nice.
The fresh shallots and some peanuts.
Very nice. So, Jerry, there's a killer sauce that goes with this, isn't there?
Yes, there's a sauce that every Vietnamese makes, but it's quite pungent. So we're just trying to make it a little bit more friendly, that everybody will give it a go.
Good. Good. Okay. Well done.
So it's a very simple dressing. I've got some ginger here. I've got some chilies that I've cut already, some garlic peeled, pineapple. Just gives it a little bit of sweetness, helps through with the sweetness. Puts it down to a paste. Got some coconut water here, just help it along. So I still want the textures of the pineapple and the chili and the ginger when you go to use it as a dipping sauce. We're going to add this in. So basically it's fermented anchovies. If you ever pour this on yourself in the house, run for your life, throw your clothes away and call it a day.
I'll stop. So the Vietnamese name for this is
Mum Nim.
Mum Nam.
Yeah. And the secret ingredient, we've got lemonade.
That's so clever. How'd you come up with that?
Oh, trying to convince my mother I know how to cook.
Right, so this is not mother approved.
Yes, this is very not mother approved. Very not. So I'm just going to let that simmer, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes to cook out, and then it's ready.
How clever.
Okay, so this rice paper roll we get especially in from Vietnam for us. It's really thin.
It's
probably
really thin.
Doesn't need dipping. We get a nice piece of fruit. We'll just give it a little rub. All the enzymes in that and the moisture from that will soften up the rice paper for us.
Very clever.
I've just got some iceberg here and elephants here.
So that's the taro stem.
Yes, a little bit of noodle. Just pull some herbs out.
So you've got some perilla, some Vietnamese mint.
I've got some mint hiding in here. Piece of cucumber. And then this fish. Have you look on the other side as well? It's just beautifully cooked
look
fish.
at that beautiful fish.
Get a bit of skin in there. A little bit of fish. You just... And there's your rice paper.
Beautiful.
I'll leave the ends open because I like to get the sauces on the end.
Cheers, Jerry. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
The fish is so tender with a little chili hit. The sauce is great.
Yeah.
And then the herbs. Just heaven.
Yeah.
Yum. Come on.
Come on.
Yabby is the name given to freshwater crayfish by Aboriginal people thousands of years ago. They've been enjoyed since that time, fished from shallow, clear, fast-flowing creeks to the still deep waters of billabongs, prized for their sweet, delicate flavour. Red claw yabbies are found in northern Australia and are now farmed, ready for restaurants such as Bennelong under the sails of the Opera House.
Service, please.
The ingenious executive chef Peter Gilmore using them to create an iconic Australian dish, which includes pikelets.
When I was young, growing up, I'd come home from school and often as a snack, my mum would make pikelets.
Same with mine.
Yeah, it's
They
funny,
were
isn't
great.
it? Yeah, and it seems like a strange idea, teaming pikelets and yabbies together, but it actually really works. Sort of like having a high tea, but with seafood.
And what do you love about the flavour of a red claw yabby?
The fresh water just, I think, makes them incredibly sweet. Not quite as, you know, full-on flavour-wise as a prawn, but they're much more delicate, and I think, you know, really work well with this dish.
The best way to cook a yabby?
Well, I think the best way is really just to boil it 3 minutes in boiling salted water.
Okay.
So that's been 3 minutes. I'm going to take our yabbies out. They're beautiful. You can see how they change colour.
Yeah.
From straight back into ice water. We're going to cool them down quickly because we want it to stop cooking now.
Show me how to dissect a yabby, Peter.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to take the tails off the yabbies and we're just going to cut around where the tail and the head join. And then you should just be able to give it a little twist and out it comes.
Gee, that's neat, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And then I'm just going to split them in half.
Beautiful.
And then what you want to do is you just want to take out its little gut line, okay, because that's not so lovely to eat. And what I like to try and do is just lift them a little bit out of the shell with your finger. So we just loosen them up like that, and then they're ready to go.
Peter, is your pikelet recipe based on your mum's?
Yeah, well, look, Mum based it on Margaret Fulton, and, you know, and the only difference I've made here, to make it a little bit more savoury, I've used buckwheat flour as well as self-raising flour. Then we have a little sugar, a little bit of bicarb to help with the raising, and a little bit of salt. And you just want to combine all of those dry ingredients together. Now we'll add our wet ingredients, a whole egg, some melted butter, and we'll just mix those two together. Add our milk next, full cream milk, and then we'll just whisk all of those wet ingredients together. Just slowly add those.
It's a grown-up colour, isn't it?
It is.
It's not an after-school pikelet anymore.
It's a little bit more grown up, that's true. So we just add the egg whites to a bowl, just grab a whisk. We just want to give them a light beating, just till they form soft peaks. At that level,
Yeah.
it's about right, because we don't want them too thick. So we're just going to pop that mixture in. And we're not making a souffle, so you don't have to be too gentle. It's just about incorporating the whites into the batter.
Do you need to let your pikelet mix sit for a little while?
Yeah, I do. I like to let it sit for a couple of hours. Just putting a little bit of melted clarified butter onto the grill. What we do with the mix, we put it into a squeeze bottle. That helps us get a really nice shape.
I'm waiting for those bubbles.
Yeah, so we're looking for the telltale signs of the little bubbles coming up in the batter. I actually think they're pretty close. I'm just going to do a little test. Oh, yeah, that's spot on.
Oh, beautiful.
So you got that beautiful golden colour. We'll just give them another 30 seconds on this side and they'll be ready. I'm just going to give the yabbies a little tiny bit of extra virgin olive oil and then just a tiny amount of sea salt. And this is some Australian salt bush.
Oh, lovely.
And it's just really to add a nice little underneath garnish to the dish. The yabbies. And so we'll put them on top. We might put a couple like this. Usually I suggest a little bit of lemon jam on the base, a little bit of creme fraiche or cultured cream. And then we'll just take one of our yabbies straight out of the shell, pop that on, fold it in half and have a bite.
Thank you, Peter.
My pleasure.
The yabby is delicious.
Yeah, it's a really interesting combination.
It's sweet, subtle, and then you've got a little bit of the lemon.
Exactly.
And these lovely pikelets.
Yeah. You got the warmth from the pikelet, the beautiful sweet coldness from the yabby. It all comes together.
Great invention.
Thank you.
Oh, so gorgeous being here with you, eating this.
We're pretty lucky, aren't we?
We are pretty lucky.
On our next safari, feel-good fish, Portuguese bacalhau, Vietnamese bánh xèo and glorious fish pie.
Perfect.